Class 12th, Subject Physics, second chapter, Mechanical Properties of Fluids. From this chapter, let us see the equation of continuity. So, in order to obtain the equation of continuity, let us consider a pipe with non-uniform cross-section through which the fluid is flowing. So, consider a steady flow of an incompressible fluid is maintained through this pipe of non-uniform cross-section. For a steady flow, the velocity of a particle remains constant at a given point, but it will change point to point. And therefore, consider two cross-sectional areas A1 and A2. There are two cross-sectional areas A1 and A2 of this tube such that A1 is greater than A2. Then let Phi1 and Phi2 be the velocities of the fluid at sections A1 and A2. So at A1 and A2, the velocities of the fluid will be equal to Phi1 and Phi2 respectively, and therefore we know that the particle of the fluid will move faster in the narrower section and it will slow down when it is moving through the wider section. That means as A1 is greater than A2 here, Phi1 will be less than V2. The velocity at this wider cross section will be less as compared with this narrower cross section. Now in this diagram, the distance hg, that will be the considered as displacement, and that's why it is written as Phi1 into delta t, because displacement will be equal to velocity into time. Similarly, distance SR, that will be the length of this section, it will be again nothing but Phi2 into delta t, velocity into time interval. And therefore now the mass of the fluid crossing the section EFGH in time interval delta t is given as rho into A1 Phi1 delta t. So in this diagram, if you consider this section EFGH, then mass of the liquid contained in this section EFGH will be given as the formula rho into A1 Phi1 delta t. Now in this equation of the mass, this rho is the density of that fluid. A1 will represent area of cross section and Phi1t will be the displacement, that is length of that section, that is GH, and therefore this total product will represent mass, because A1 Phi1 into delta t, that will represent volume of that section EFGH, and therefore density into volume we will get mass. Similarly, for the another section PQRS, the mass of the fluid crossing section PQRS will in time delta t will be given as rho into A2 Phi2 delta t. Again this term A2 V2 delta t will represent volume at that cross section PQRS, that is the volume of the fluid at PQRS, and therefore density into volume, that will be again mass. Now we know that for an incompressible fluid, if the fluid is incompressible, then at that time the mass of the fluid entering any point A will be same as that of the mass of the fluid leaving this point B, and therefore we can say that mass of fluid in the section EFGH must be equal to mass of the fluid in section PQRS. These two masses will be same, and therefore these masses are given as rho A1 Phi1 delta T equal to rho A2 Phi2 delta T. On both sides rho will get cancelled. Similarly delta T will get cancelled, and therefore we will get A1 Phi1 equal to A2 Phi2. As A1 Phi1 equal to A2 Phi2, we can say that the product of AV, that is area of cross section, and the velocity remains constant. AV is equal to constant. So this will represent the equation of continuity. Now this AV, product of area and velocity, will be equal to dV by dt. Here phi will represent volume, and this term is called as, it is the volume rate of flow, the volume rate of flow of a fluid. Now here product is area into velocity, and that is equal to rate of change of volume. Now how it will be? So it will be like this, as AV is equal to dV by dt. Therefore AV will be written as A into phi, that is area into velocity, but velocity is nothing but displacement upon time, and therefore it is A into dx by dt. But A into dx, that is area into displacement. So if you consider the area of cross section of this end, that is area of cross section of this section, into its displacement, that will represent the volume, and therefore that product A into dx, that will be written as dV, that is change in volume. It will represent the volume, and hence this term AV is equal to dV by dt will represent the volume rate of flow of that fluid. Now according to continuity equation, the volume rate of flow, of an incompressible fluid, for a steady flow, is the same throughout the flow of that fluid. It will be same throughout the flow of the fluid.